Good afternoon. So today is 29th of December, immediately after the Christmas holidays. We are approaching Happy New Year. So Happy New Year everyone. For those who are watching post holidays, I hope you had a great events or festivities. And this is another time to remind everyone that as much as we celebrate our festivities, we should also not forget our duties and responsibilities as citizens. For those who have their children in school, they should not misuse all the funds that they have, so that the children will not struggle going back to school. Back to business. In our news, over the Christmas holidays or before, so many things have happened. I will not talk about everything. I'll just talk about a few things. So today I am planning to talk about the politics of self-representation. There are people who go into politics or who think that going into politics should be a self-service event or self-service, a plan to serve yourself. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, some people go to politics not to serve the citizenry that they claim they serve. For instance, let me take for instance the people of Nairobi. Nairobi is a metropolitan county with all the tribes, with all people from all walks of life. There are rich people, there are middle class, there are those who are poor. So someone will come from a poor background and claim that they are the representative of the poor people from the poor backgrounds or from the slums. With that said, this person will have a manifesto that will describe how they are going to take people from poverty to riches, or how they are going to help people reclaim their glory, or how they understand the people from the slums. And for them being in politics, or for them being in the position of power, they have the capability or they have the ability to help these people achieve at least even middle class or even a reliable way of living. That said, I do not say that everyone who claims to be a helper or who claims to be coming up to help other people is not genuinely coming to help them. There are some few people who come, they help as many as they can, because of course you cannot help 100% everyone that comes from the slums, but you can help a big number that will make an impact. And as you know, snowballing or ripple effect always happens when you help two people, and those two people help other two, and those two other help other two. So with the progression, as it goes on, you find that you have helped 1 million people unknowingly, because when each number multiplies into other multiples, you find that you're helping many people, directly or indirectly. So in the politics of self-service, you find that you claim that you're going to help people to come out of poverty. You have the manifesto written, very well represented. It has the people presented very well. Most of the people are given priorities. You say that these people from the poor background, they are your priority. You say that if you get a chance, you're going even to build them roads, you're going to even help them get startup funds for their businesses. You claim that you understand even the business environment is not favorable for everyone in the streets or in the slums. However, when we get a chance to get to the echelons of power, you climb up there. You forget that the manifesto that you wrote, the secret that you used to get into the power, they are the driving force, or it is what the people are looking up to, just to help them measure your working or even your progress. some people don't understand that the people that you promised so many things, they are always ticking boxes, checking what you have done, what you have not done. Maybe before you get out of power, in the last few days of your term, you can do some things that may arouse some people to get you back, with the hope that when you go back, you continue their good work. But in the politics of self-service, the people who get to power, they try now to use the numbers that they have. For instance, if you have like 1 million in the slums, either they are supporting you or not. You're going to say, I have 1 million people from here, and if you don't do this to those people, I'm going to call them to action. Maybe I'm going to call them to demonstrate. And you find that those people in the slums, you're not using them to help them. Even the numbers you're mentioning, they are not particularly mentioned there to help the power or the people of influence to get help to them. No, I find these people are using these numbers just to get what they want. For instance, you might find that if I am in the power, let me use the example of me, because it's not, I've not yet come to the point of mentioning names. I find that at the point of when I'm trying to get, for instance, I want to get some position in my party or in the government, I will say that I have people who are depending on me to do this and that and that. And once maybe I'm funded to go and help these people, I do not even find a chance, or even I do not go anywhere close to helping them. I get all of those funds, I put them in my pocket, or I put them in my projects, I benefit myself, and at the end of my term, I find that I got there when I'm poor, I'm relatively rich, but when I'm getting out of power, or even at the end of my term, I'm filthy rich. Now I can control those people, or even I can control even the middle class, or even the richer people than the numbers or the population that got me into power. That is the politics of self-service. Where am I going with this? Recently, we have seen power struggles in ODM. I'm not saying this on a bad light, so I'm not even trying to attack anyone. I'm not even telling them how to operate their party. I'm not even telling them how to go along with the activities, because they understand it better. They have been in the politics for the longest. They have been controlling power for long, so at least they understand what they are doing, or maybe also, I think. So what am I saying? We have seen the Secretary General of ODM, Sifuna. He has been, for the longest, even since Baba was alive, he has been talking for the people, or maybe he has been claiming to. I will not talk for him. And when the people in ODM, when they came to power, they claimed that now, since they are in the government, there's no need of talking against the government. I was looking into the Kenya's politics since independence. You find that even not in Kenya, even worldwide, you find that the government or the party that is in the government, it does things, and the party that is not in the government, it discredits whatever these people are doing. And that's how politics are done. Because when the opposition does not beat down or does not talk down what the government is doing, they will seem that the government is perfect, and the chances of the government staying in power perpetually increases. So back to Sifuna. When Sifuna turned his back against the government after the end of broad-based government, he was termed as the enemy of the party. He was termed maybe as a person who is representing himself. So my question is, how do we tell when person is speaking for the party, when person is speaking for himself, or when the person is speaking for the people. Because according to his speeches, or from whatever he speaks or he says, we can see that he's leaning towards the people, he's trying to help people. However, there are things that are in between, or that are happening between whatever he is saying and the people of Nairobi that is representing. He does not reprimand Sakaja as much, although he takes his chances. Sometimes when he gets chances, he questions him a lot, even in the parliament. But as a senator, as an overseer of the progress of the county, he should be on Sakaja's neck, because people have been complaining a lot about the poor progress of the poor progress of the city or the county. So, as much as he's claiming that he's representing people, he should also try to act it. Or maybe there are people who are trying to bring him down and saying that he's not representing the people, or maybe they are trying to use the chances, the slim chances, that he did not question Sakaja, because I've seen so many instances where he questions the capabilities of the governor of Nairobi, and maybe people do not point to that. They are just trying as much as they can to point to the fact that he did not question him on a few circumstances, on a few areas. And so I listened to Kasmuel Makore questioning Sifuna's allegiance to the party, saying that recently they went to Western, and when Sifuna was talking, it was like, when he was talking as if he's attacking the party that feeds him, or the party that gave him the seat into the Senate. So as I was listening to Kasmuel Makore, I was asking myself, is Kasmuel Makore speaking for himself? Is he speaking for the party, the ODM? Or is he speaking just to create some influence, so that when the chances arise, he can be chosen, or he can be considered for a more powerful position than he is? When I started, I talked about people using a certain population to represent their demands, or even to make the people in power think that what they are saying is they are talking for those people. So when I said that, when I think about Kasmuel Makore, when he was attacking Sifuna, his Secretary General of his political party, he was saying that we as the youth. So my question is, Kasmuel Makore speaking for the youth, is he speaking just for the people that he meets? Or is he speaking for the youths of the ODM? Or is he speaking for the youths of Kenya, who are the people who are driving the narrative of change in politics? So when he was saying that Sifuna should stop talking against his political party, of which I don't know. I don't think whether he's speaking against the political party, because when you listen to the narratives of the political party, ODM, they are saying that they are going to be in government up to 2027. They have not yet decided beyond that timeline. So when he's speaking, when Sifuna is trying to reprimand the government what they are not doing right, maybe Sifuna is speaking for ODM, and we do not see that. Or maybe he's speaking for himself, because maybe he's seeing that the ship is sinking, and maybe he wants to place himself in a place where people can resonate with him. So according to me, my question would be, is Makore trying to present himself as a savior of the political party, so that when the positions come, he's selected? Or is he genuinely speaking for the youths, of which I don't know if the youths, I don't know what the youths are telling him. In the politics of self-service, we tend to speak for a large group, and yet when you get the benefits, these benefits do not reach the people. Going back, when you look at some of the things that happen around For instance, when you are put in a position to distribute things, you find that the person who is distributing is given, or he gets a big chunk of the benefits. Does this mean that in the politics of self-service, we should also, the people who tend to represent the people should get the highest benefits from it? Or should these people usually represent the people, because the people need representation, and if they are not represented well, these people may turn around and start eating the same people who are trying to consume them. So my urge, or even my take from what I'm seeing is, as we live, there is a very big gap between the people who are claiming to be representing people and actually the actual representation, because these people do not, or maybe as much as they pretend to be representing people, they do not genuinely do it to represent the people. Everyone has their own interest, and when the interests are not served, it is usually possible that we are going to sacrifice some people so that we can get our interest to be served. So I'm urging people to open their eyes, look around and see that it is not everyone who says that they are representing you that are genuinely representing you. Many of the people who claim to be representing you are trying to push their ideas, are trying to push their interest, so that when the time comes, they are considered for those positions, and those positions are few. So when you come with a card saying that I have 1 million people behind me, there is a high chance that you're going to be picked, because you plus your 1 million, that makes a huge number. Unlike the people who come and say that I have good ideas, like I can do 1, 2, 3 and help perform, and yet you do not have backing. So in the politics depends on numbers. So in the politics of self-service, everyone tries to use the numbers, either imagined or real, just to make their ideas heard. So I hope that as much as we are trying to self-serve ourselves, that in our politics, that we are going to serve people in the process. However, in Kenya, where we are at the moment, speaking particularly for my country, Kenya, we are not in a good place to say that we have gone beyond the politics of self-service. Even when you look beyond Kenya, and even to the world arena, to the global arena, so many leaders are self-service. So today I'm going to leave you with one question: how far should politics be reaching in terms of education, health, defense? I usually ask this question genuinely, because I don't know if there should be a demarcation, or even there should be the extremes that politics should not touch in those areas. And if you think it is okay for politics to influence all those areas, I think you should leave a comment below and tell me, or even explain why you think so. And also, if you think that politics should be limited to some few things, it's also alright also to mention those things and let us understand your thought and your doctrine. Have a good day. Happy New Year, everyone. And I hope that you have a great 2026. Be blessed.